Coin on.
Coin grading is done on a point scale of 1 through 70, 1 being the lowest, a completely worn coin that's barely even readable, and 70 being perfect, flawless. 60 through 70 is considered uncirculated or mint state and is often listed as MS-60 or MS-63. 1 through 58 is circulated condition. Jefferson Nickels are commonly found in uncirculated condition. Any price guide you come across usually only lists values for uncirculated examples, and sometimes for rare varieties they will list down to VF20. So in this video I'm only going to show you grades from fine 12 or F12 up to MS65. That way you get a general idea for most of the grades that you're typically going to encounter. Truthfully, most Jefferson Nickels that are below an F12 would have such a small premium over top of its face value that it truthfully isn't worth the time. So in my opinion, that's just my opinion. So here are the basics to grading Jefferson Nickels. Okay, first of all, we're going to have fine 12 or F12. When you're looking at a Jefferson nickel that is a fine 12, you will notice that the letters are just starting to merge into the rim. There's very little hair detail, and there's also very little detail in the braid. There's hair. If you look on the reverse, there's very, very little detail remains on the Monticello building. You might be able to make out a window or two or part of a pillar, but you're not going to see a whole heck of a lot. On a VF20 or very fine 20, the details will be worn on the high points of the Jefferson nickel. When you're looking at it, typically the high points would be his shoulder, the top of his head, his cheeks. So you'll notice that it's pretty worn. The letters are full and clear though, they're not merged into the rim. On the reverse, you will notice that about half the pillars can be seen. The windows have more detail than you would see on a fine condition coin. On an XF40 or EF40, however you want to write it, which stands for extremely fine 40, the hair details are much more defined. The hair details weakly shows in the high points, but you can start to see it. The letters are definitely full and clear. On the reverse, most of the details in the Monticello building are very visible. Some of the steps you can start to make out, and you can start to see some of the line separation between the steps. when you are looking at an AU example, or AU 50, or about uncirculated 50, you'll notice that there's light wear. It'll show on just the high points on Jefferson's hair and on his shoulders, maybe a little bit on his cheeks. It'll often have a lot of mint luster. Details on the reverse are very visible and clear. Wear only shows on some of the high points. You can make out a lot of the steps. You can make out most of the detail of the dome. In Mint State 60 or MS 60, it'll have nice full mint luster, but the coin will have lots of distracting contact marks in the prime focal fields, maybe all over the profile. Typically a coin that just gets an MS 60 designation, it's pretty much borderline circulated. On the reverse, it'll also have nice full details, but it once again will have a lot of distracting contact marks. Sometimes the mint luster on an MS60 will have an uneven tone as well. On an MS63 or Mint State 63, you'll have nice full details. You'll have a real nice even mint luster. There'll be a few distracting contact marks, just a few, maybe 2 or 3, in the primary fields, which would be like right in front of Jefferson's eyes and nose, or behind his head. On the reverse, once again, it'll have nice full detail and even nice even mint luster. And once again, there'll only be a few distracting contact marks in the primary fields. On a Mint State 65 example, or MS65, the coin will possess very nice mint luster. It'll have excellent eye appeal all around, on both the obverse and the reverse. On the obverse, there might be just a couple contact marks, and I don't mean distracting ones. I mean there might be just a few contact marks here and there, and just maybe 1 or 2. On the reverse, exactly the same. The nice full strike, the very, very nice, beautiful looking coin. And there will only be a couple contact marks, and they will not be in primary focal points. Well guys, there you go. There's the basics for when you're out and about at a coin show or coin shop or searching your change, for being able to take a look at your Jefferson Nickels and knowing roughly what it is that you're looking at grade-wise, so that way you can get a generalized idea of value. So thanks for watching. Now in a couple days, be on the lookout. Part 3 for my Jefferson Nickel little series will be posted. Part 3 is going to be a lot more of the Jefferson Nickel varieties to look for while you are coin searching. So that will be posted here in a few days, so stay tuned. Subscribe for more, and once again, thank you for watching.